Yeah, what it do? It has been way too long, weeks on weeks on weeks, but we're back. We're live. We are ready to get it. Unfortunately, we've both had some family things and work things going down, but we are back. We are live. It is Tuesday. It is Two Live Crew. I'm Gianni. That's Chris. This is Kyber Cast. I'm pumped. Let's get it.
Listen, things happen, things get in the way sometimes, and that's completely normal. What's important is that we're here now.
That's right.
That's it. That's
That
it.
is it.
With everybody else. How are you, Gianni? It's been a while.
It has been too long. I am fantastic. How are you?
Doing great, man. I mean, cities, but collections going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a terribly bad thing. It's just kind of bad. But like I said, the collection's growing, right?
Mine too.
I'm looking around and seeing stuff. I'm like, oh, it might not be working as much, but guess what? We're getting more stuff.
That's right. That's right. I finally got well, before we get into some of the topics, anything you can share that you've bought?
I bought 5 new sabers.
5?
Yeah, they're all in the case right now.
No, what'd you get?
Shout out to Jesse Kyberphonic because he was doing a massive sale of his collection. And so ideally I was there just to buy one. I was going to buy one and that was it. I've been eyeing it's a Watto's Junkyard Grand Inquisitor.
Okay.
Obviously, my Inquisitors I have up there, and I wanted to add like another high-end version of an Inquisitor saber to the collection.
Right.
And the company who makes it have decided to stop making them. And so they said, we only have 4 more left. And they announced it on Facebook. And I was like, man, I haven't gotten paid yet. Let me just wait. And all of a sudden I go on there. I was like, I got it. Let's go. Let's buy it. They're all gone. And I was like, well, there goes that. So then spoke to Jesse and he said, hey, I'm sending some stuff out of my collection. And I was like, you got that Grand Inquisitor still? He goes, I sure do. I was like, how much do you want for it? Gave me a price. And I was like, bet, let's do it. And then he showed me a picture. He's like, I have all these. I was like, what about that one? What about that one? And he was like, it'll be this. I was like, okay. He goes, well, I have this one that pairs with it. I was like, oh, okay.
He upset
you. And then he's got a KR Saber Sabine. I have one also, but mine was not weathered. It's beautiful, clean.
Right.
And I said, well, how much you want for that one? And he was just like, I'll take this. I was like, all right, let me sell mine right now. Throw it on Facebook for like all these lightsaber groups. It was within 30 minutes. I was like, I'll buy it. Took that, use that. That's number 4. What's number 5? Oh, Obi-Wan's from episode 2.
Really?
Yeah. So all together was Grand Inquisitor, Obi-Wan from episode 2, Obi-Wan's episode 2 that he used in Geonosis, Anakin's that he used in Geonosis, and the Sabine.
Damn, that's crazy.
All 5 of them for less than 50% of like what you would buy it for.
Really?
Yeah, bought a bunch of them.
Huh.
And it's crazy because Obi-Wan's from episode 2 looks damn near identical to the first one, except it's shorter, doesn't have the gem and the little button. There's a couple of things that's different, but besides that, design is pretty much the same. And I'm not the only one who bought from Jesse either, but I bought a lot, and then I ended up installing one of them right away, almost right away. I had to wait for parts to come in.
I mean, he just put those stuff on sale, and you've already got them. He shipped those things out quick.
Oh, it was so I bought 5. Elvis bought 4 or 5.
Carter, which he's in the chat.
He's you see, he got them too. He got deals. Carter bought a few. I'm not sure who else bought. The second he put it up, I was like, well, that one. It was supposed to only be 1, turned into 5.
Dang.
Yeah. Damn it, he got me.
He upsold you. What a salesman.
Dude, he was just like, the second he said, I have this one that goes with it, I was like, oh. But yeah, I got 5 new sabers.
AA battery also.
Andrew did.
He got 3.
I want to know. See? So he got 3. I got 5. Elvis got 5. I think Carter got 3.
That's probably all he had up for sale.
Oh no, dude, he had so much more on there.
Really?
like I said, I was only trying to get one. And then like the price of the Obi-Wan that I just did put up on my story, it was like 50% off what you would get for it brand new.
Yeah, that's fire.
So I was like, I'll take that. Because I was already eyeing that one anyways.
Absolutely.
And then I ended up buying it. So yeah. Damn it.
Well,
What'd you get? Anything new?
Yeah, so all right, we're gonna take everybody back. So we're gonna take everybody back to Japan celebration.
Don't do that to me because
I know.
I'm getting to the point where I'm actually sad.
I'm gonna break hearts real quick. So you remember what happened with the Hot Toys in that whole debacle?
How could I forget?
Yeah. Well,
you opened one finally.
No, I didn't open one. But
it's been 2 months.
I know. This bad boy came
in. It came in. That's right. That's right. You did the pre-order for it. How about we do a live unboxing? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. So it looks awesome. Super excited. The packaging is nice. It's obviously not as nice as the celebration packaging.
All that matters. Here's the thing: is once you open it and you display it, all you're gonna look at is a stormtrooper with sakura flowers on it, and that's it.
That's it. And it still comes with the back card too, that has like the red sun and the gold and all that.
But
it
not
just
the
doesn't
kimono.
say. But not the kimono.
Bet you can find it on eBay somewhere.
Yep. And I got that that C3PO head.
The Galactic Archive series.
Yes.
Have you opened it?
No.
Oh, damn you. I think it's great.
So I got this. Thing's fire.
It's awesome.
I'm excited for
I have it in my case, which I'm getting a whole new display case for some stuff under my TV.
Yeah.
You can put connect the USB to like a power bank.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you just, whenever you want, just turn it on and mess with it.
Yeah, it's smart. So you don't have to run cables.
Yeah. Because all this had to run through cables, and like my CCFL ones for my Hot Toys, I had to run all those cables. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Let's say what's up to the chat. Who's all in the chat tonight?
So we've got my homeboy Daniel. Hope he's still in chat. I don't know if he's still here, but
what's up, Daniel?
What's up, brother?
Oh, he met John Cena.
Did he?
In his picture. All I see is a floating shirt.
That's it.
That's how I know it's John
Black
Cena.
Shirt. We got the Galactic Cantina. What's up? Thanks for coming and chilling. Then we got this guy. No, I'm kidding.
Pulling double duties. Batmando. My boy Matt, haven't heard from you in a long time. I hope you are doing well, and I hope that job you have is literally helping you make more monies and
treating you right.
I miss you, man. I miss you, bro. It's been a long time.
We got Luis Jimenez. Welcome to the chat. Our boy, the Double A. Got the Bro DeLorean. He got all the deals also, which we were talking about.
He got some good stuff too.
Galactic Cantina says, how you guys been doing? Well,
now I'm sad because you mentioned celebration.
I know, but you know what though? We are coming up in a year, in like 10 months.
Better start planning now. You know what's funny? This is by my desk and I haven't opened it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I got all my celebration stuff I haven't even touched.
I found this. I haven't even touched this yet. I don't even know if it's made in Japan. I really don't know. And nor do I really know what it is.
Oh.
It's a Japanese. I don't know if you can see the picture in the back. Right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. I got two of them. I got a Maul and a Vader. But I found this in Kyoto.
Oh, no.
It's like small little mom and pop shop. And I just grabbed it. I was just like, everything's in Japanese. I want it.
And it's Star Wars.
Haven't opened it. That too. Haven't opened it. Honestly, it's probably the three things I haven't opened from Celebration.
Oh, man. I think I haven't opened anything. Everything's still sealed.
I couldn't do it. I'd open it right away. This is why when I get new Hot Toys, I don't do reviews on them. Because I open them. I'm like, yeah, let me just wait. Nope, I open it. And it ruins everything. So there's no point doing it.
And I've got 3 Hot Toys here just sitting in a corner.
I would have opened it like the next day. After jet lag was over, I would have opened it.
Oh, they're just sitting there. I almost forgot they were there.
That's blasphemy. And I know which ones you got too, so that kind of upsets me.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna review them. I only got 2 more sabers to get through for my current batch, and then I'll I'll crush those.
I got like 6.
Yeah, you're stacked right now.
Well, I'm gonna be doing the scrap flex from Vader Saber soon.
Ooh, when you
Which
get
is
that in,
awesome.
send me some photos. I'm excited to see
I
that.
think it's awesome. And then obviously the ones I've just finished, I've installed 3 in the past oh no, I don't count. I just did a swap. So like 2 in 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
just for myself. Then I have to do the rest still.
Fire.
Busy.
Busy. All right. So let's get into some of this content.
Listen, this first thing we're talking about, I want. I don't care what anybody says. I want a Book of Boba Fett too.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
I want it. I don't know what they're going to talk about. I don't know what they're trying to explore, but I want it.
Maybe they make him a little bit more rough and tough.
I hope so, because it's just what didn't make sense to me was the fact that he was a badass in Mando. He had already been through the whole Tuscan thing timeline wise.
Yep.
Then he gets in the Book of Boba Fett, and then it's like he found Jesus, and I was like, I'm not gonna, he's like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna be peace. I'm gonna be peaceful. I'm not gonna. I'm like, no, dude, you got a new armor, new paint job. Like, come on, kick some ass. And we didn't get that. But it's just, I don't know. I loved his armor. I love Tamora Morrison. I think bringing him back for Boba was awesome.
100.
I think him as Jango and then bringing him back as Boba, there was no doubt why they should have done that in the first place. I think it was great. I think it'd be really cool if we can explore a younger Boba and bring Daniel Logan. Play a younger Boba. Did you see the video on Instagram that he posted that somebody made for him out of AI?
No.
Oh, I'm sending it to you. It's a version of Boba right after Jango dies.
Okay.
He puts the helmet on. He jumps onto the Slave One, leaves Geonosis, and then it's kind of like a little bit of him as Boba, a young Boba. Let's just say like where Daniel is now in age, and then he got a bounty on something. He shoots down a plane, ends up being a clone. Right, it looks just like his dad, and then he's like, "Are you really gonna shoot one of your brothers?" And there's no hesitation, popped him.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think I posted it on my story, and then Daniel Logan ended up posting it. I thought it was awesome. So something like that would be so cool to explore. If we don't get a Book of Boba, another thing Tamora Morrison said he wants to play Captain Rex. Yes.
Yeah.
Give him Captain Rex. Give him a beard. Allow him to be in Ahsoka season 2.
Yep.
That'd be amazing to have him in that. They already did his voice.
I feel like it's a no-brainer.
Oh, 100%. They did his voice already.
Right.
So why not bring him in?
Yeah, 100%.
I think that'd be so cool to have him.
I mean, Rex is a fan favorite. Everybody loves Rex. And then
that's my favorite clone. I have a hot toy of him over here.
I got 2 helmets of Rex. So I say they should do it. If they don't do it, they're missing an opportunity. And the other thing too is that Tamora like really, really, really wants to do it. Like he's begging Star Wars, and he's jumping up with his hands in the air, like, I'm right here. Let's do this. and
it's confirmed. It's confirmed that was him in the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So he's still alive. So why not do it? I think it lines up perfectly. I mean, it was really cool to have his voice as Rex in the first season, but let's get Rex. Let's get Tamora Morrison as Rex. Let's get a Boba Fett season 2, but also let's get some really good writing because, I mean, let's be honest, there are some Star Wars shows, and not even just Star Wars or Disney shows in general, that kind of lacking when it comes to story.
Yeah.
So if they do it, it has to be the right people doing it. And I think it has. I also talked to Tamora, like, hey, what do you want? What are you looking for in this character? What do you want to explore? Bounce more ideas with the person who loves to be that character. There's a difference between playing a character and playing a character you love to be.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he's the right person for that.
Absolutely. How about a rated R Boba Fett?
I'm all for it. I'm all for it because dude, look what he did in Mando season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, that's insane. Like, held someone like arm lock and started shooting somebody else, and then used
Yeah.
was a propulsion device and put, bro. My hot toy of that boba is actually sitting there with a dart gun, his knee up, darts coming out, and his hands are crossed over with his gun.
Oh,
Like that's how I have him posed, and I'm like, that's. I'm gonna say peak boba, and the only reason why I say peak boba was because the only time we saw him in the OT was he just stood
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah.
Right. He couple shots here and there. He guided Han into the slave one, but that was it. This is the first time we really see Boba kicking ass.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'd be crazy. I want a little bit more like violent Star Wars. I know it's for the kids, but I would like a little bit more violent Star Wars. That'd be nice. Not
We
saying
got
all Star Wars, just little pockets, you know?
a little, yeah. I mean, there were, dude, acolyte, Andor season 2. I was like,
Yeah.
that was
Fantastic.
dark. I was like, that was dark. Or what was it when
Mhm.
that dude got blasted in the head? I was like, damn.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, damn, that was wild. Didn't think I'd ever see that. And then they did that shot when he's like laying there. You can see the burn mark in his head. I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
you know, why can't we incorporate that into someone who plays a bounty hunter? He's a bounty hunter for a reason. I think it should be a little more than PG-13.
100%. Yeah, and like don't get it twisted, like one of the reasons why I love Star Wars the most is for that mystical fantasy, lighthearted kind of storyline. I mean, that's what made me fall in love with Star Wars from the get. And I still love like watching cartoons and like lighthearted content. I would say it's probably 75-80% of the stuff that I watch is kind of just lighthearted, mystical kind of things. But every now and then I want something, go hard.
You know,
you know?
someone could argue. Like, I remember some people when they saw Andor, they're like, that's too dark for Star Wars, or blah 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 blah. Right? If you want to talk about dark, let's talk about the Revenge of the Sith, Master Skywalker. There's too many of them. What are we gonna do?
Mhm.
Lightsaber. I'm like, that's pretty dark, right?
But
When you
show
really
it.
think about it, that's pretty dark. Let's not show it, but you know what I mean. So you can insinuate something really bad happened, right? And you can obviously put the pieces together. And then we got Boba. I was like, oh, okay. Well, he's my
Yeah.
favorite. He's my favorite non-Force user character in all of Star Wars, and that's what you did. Then we have
Mhm.
Acolyte. Actually, Galactic Cantina just said it.
Yep.
Jackie,
She
she
got
got that. She got that 3-piece, and
she got hole punched.
I remember that. I was like, damn, go Kyber, go Kyber. Yep, lucky
Yep.
one of them. We got Sexy Flexi in the house as well. My
Hey.
boy, I cannot wait to see him at Rebel Scum
When is that?
August.
August. Where? Texas?
Yeah, Dallas, Texas, or just outside of Dallas, Texas. But Dallas is huge, so. Uh, Lewis says, "Do you think Raging Mando would watch another season of Boba?" I think he'll. You know what? I think he'll still watch it, but then he's gonna come in with the fact that it's probably gonna be bad. I'm gonna go in and hope, like really, really, really hope that it's good, just because I love Boba. I love the character. Meeting Tamora Morrison was such a highlight for me at Celebration. I was legit shaking,
Yeah.
like when he was like signing my plaque, and when both of us met him. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we were in line together for that
We were
one.
in line together for yeah.
Yeah. And the whole time we're just gonna like just get giddy, you know what I mean? So like I was so hyped to meet him. And so I think being able to meet him having such a badass show, I'm like, oh dude, like that completes it for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he deserves it. I mean, he's a Star Wars lifer, so to have him be in something that crushes would be just killer. Absolutely killer.
And it's it's just like when Hayden came out, when he's essentially got his redemption because everyone said, oh, he was such a terrible actor, blah, 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 blah. Then he came back for Ahsoka, and it took a while for people to appreciate what he did for Star Wars. And so
Yeah.
when he was Django, or when he was like, they loved him as Django, and then we saw him again as Boba in Mando season 2, and everyone loved him again. And then we saw him in Book of Boba Fett. People were like, "What was that?"
Mhm.
You know. So let's give him his redemption. Let's give him a show. Let's give him. And if he's not going to be in the show, And if he's not going to play Rex, which I think would be a terrible mistake, let's put him in Heir of the Empire,
Ooh,
right? When
yeah.
everyone comes together, but he needs to have that badass scene. Like
Oh yeah.
that's the Boba we wanted. I don't want it to wait to that time because we're looking at what 2 years, maybe 3 years to that happen. So you tell me to wait 3 years for us to get
Plus,
that. Yeah.
yeah, because you got Mandalorian and Grogu. That's going to be what, in a year and a half, and they're not even filming this one yet. So you still
No.
have Starfighter that's going to come out. You're going to have Mandalorian and Grogu that's going to come out. And then I heard, because they haven't figured out the Rey movie yet, that what's his face's movie is going to be, they're going to be pushing forward Dawn of the Jedi.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So all those three are going to happen before Heir to the Empire happens.
See, that's a long time. So it's
A
like
long time. He's going to be
us as
old.
fans, he's gonna be old. Yeah, seriously. It's gonna be not just us waiting for him to have his moment. It's gonna be tomorrow waiting for his moment.
Yep.
Which it's gonna be so shitty to have to wait that long.
Damn.
Pat fan in the chat, what's up?
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome. All right, what else we got? What else we got on the docket?
Well, you already mentioned it, so we can go and start there.
Let's get it. Sean Levy.
So, yep. So it's supposed to start soon. Production.
Yeah, this fall.
Yeah. So I mean, we're expecting theaters Memorial Day weekend 2027. So that's May 28th. That says right there. Yeah, May 28th.
Yep. I'm excited.
Are you excited for this? Are you?
I
don't
am.
know. I don't know what to expect. That's a thing.
I think so. Anytime I go into anything where I have no expectations, I always have the best time. So, no, but I think it's going to be good. I mean, I think Sean Levy as a producer has proven himself, so I'm not that worried about it. Sean Levy gives me kind of an old school vibe in terms of the way he directs. So I also feel like he's a Star Wars fan. So I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. Also, too, just to have a movie about like X-wings and pilots and all that jazz. Like we don't really have anything like that, especially since they like nuked Rogue Squadron. So to have this coming out in the works, and then having him, Ryan Gosling, and then who we're going to talk about in a minute, who's potentially the new villain. I don't know. I think it's dope. I think it's super dope. What do you think?
When they first announced it, I was like, really? That's the route we're gonna go. And then because he's worked with Sean before and they know what they're doing, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Rogue One. I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And then I remember watching, I was like, this was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing you said. Let's go in there without like really high expectations and see what happens. And the fact that they are filming this fall means there's a script ready. Their actors that they've hired, producers, everyone has been set already for this fall.
Yep.
The only thing, if we get an announcement, there's been a delay or whatever, like,
I know.
That's when I start having some doubts, because it's kind of like, let's not have that. Let's make sure everything goes into production. Let's make sure everything goes smoothly. Because the second that we hear they're filming, there's no backing out now, because we've had movies and we've had shows in the past. Oh, this is the announcement, whatever, but it never comes to fruition.
Yeah. Well, there'd be too much money involved at that
exactly.
time.
Is that Luke in the chat?
Hey, what's up, my
boy,
man?
Luke? What's up, bro? Hope you're doing well, dude. I love his new Instagram name.
Oh, the Outpost. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was great. I was like, hell yeah. Oh, that was a great name change.
It's a refresh,
rebrand. Seems like a lot of us are doing other refreshes, and it's fun. It's a fun refresh.
I'm gonna have to change my name now, but then I have to go legal, and it's gonna get crazy.
But you were speaking about villains, and we're talking about.
So yeah, Mia Goth. So I haven't seen much of her stuff, because she typically plays like scary, like horror movies and stuff like that. But if she's playing the villain, that's crazy. That's going to be dope, because I think we're also past due. We haven't had a lady villain. I can't even. When have we had a lady villain in live action?
I mean, would you still count what's her name in Andor? She gave me villain vibes with that frown of hers. That
Yeah.
frown of hers was very, you know what I mean? Like she
Yes,
definitely gave me those villain vibes.
Dedra.
Edra, yeah, but for someone to play the villain of the entire show or movie, that's gonna be very different.
Yeah, and I think I what are your thoughts? I think she's gonna have a mystical feel. Like she's gonna be force sensitive.
Think so?
I think so. I think she's gonna be
And
force sensitive.
if they really the fact that she's been in horror movies, if they make her this badass character, which is like
Yeah.
like whoa, like R.I.P. lightsabers. I still love that name when he posted. I was like, dude, that's awesome.
I mean, but Luke's lightsabers also went dope because of double L's.
Dude,
It just
you're
rolled off the tongue.
just like two L's next to each other like this,
Yeah,
or
man.
together this way. Yeah.
It's like Lightning Lane, Disney. Just rolls off the tongue.
Damn, Lightning Lane's getting expensive.
I
You were
know.
just there too. You were just at Disneyland too.
Oh, I'm there like every other month.
But my thing with Mia, is it Maya or Mia Goth?
I think it's Mia.
Is it Mia? Yeah, we'll go Mia.
Maya would have a Y, I believe.
The one thing that is confusing me in that sense, okay, so whenever you have a director, let's just say director wise, who normally directs horror movies, right?
Yes.
Some of their movies or shows translate to be more horror.
Yes.
Sometimes. Or they give us the big surprise if they normally do horror and they do like a drama. And now you're questioning, but he's known for doing horror. How is he going to do a drama? And then they do the drama like, wow, that movie was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right. To really show what they're capable of. I think she might do the same thing to where even though she's done horror, they're going to flip the script to where it's not, she's going to be this whole different character that she's not normally. And all of a sudden you're going to be like, she was a great choice for this.
Yeah.
I think that's a big possibility. I think it's exactly what they're trying to do.
I mean,
Look at Austin Butler
still,
when he did Elvis.
That's true. Yeah, he crushed.
Completely changed character. Completely changed way. He changed his voice. Even had to go to a dialect coach to get rid of that accent. He did it so well and flipped it. I think she could do the same thing.
It's very possible. I mean, she's still going to be the villain, so it's going to be still like in her lane. But if she can, like you're saying, like switch it up like that, that'd be fire.
And it just shows what she's capable. Let's look at even Diego Luna. Prior to doing Andor, he was doing a lot of movies in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
he did all those, and then boom, his big shot was not only just Rogue One, but as well as when he did Narcos. He did Narcos Mexico, and
I forgot he was in Narcos.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah,
he was amazing. It just showed what he was capable of drama. I think he brought the drama into Andor, and it was season 1, season 2, Rogue One, but also showed his badass side as him playing a pilot, him using a gun. That's the crazy thing about actors and actresses nowadays is that they're known for something, put them into a whole different genre, and like, wow, they destroyed that part and they were great for it. I wouldn't have chosen anybody else.
Yeah, on the flip side too, Star Wars also does a really good job of hiring actors that are really good in their lane, but might not be a household name, so that when you see them, you're not thinking of them from other projects. So like, for instance, like let's say Ewan McGregor. Okay. I look at him, it doesn't matter what I see him in, he's Obi-Wan, right? Because that's what kind of gave him his big shot. So like when I see Diego, it's Cassian. You know what I mean? And so Star Wars does a really good job. And so that's one thing that I'm kind of worried about with Ryan Gosling is that he is a big name. And how is that? Because they don't typically do a lot of that. Sometimes with your Samuel L. Jacksons and, of the world and stuff like that, but it's not very often. So I'm hoping that it still translates well and him being in the movie doesn't kind of take us out of like the Star Wars universe.
It's funny because Luke says, and Ryan Gosling, we trust.
Yeah.
And I think it's possible that he's going to be that actor also to flip it to where you expect him to be that pretty boy, or expect him to be that type of act. And I think he might actually be this badass.
Oh yeah. I have,
he could be the new face of Star Wars. And look at all these different people. Look at Pedro Pascal. took
Yeah.
his helmet off twice in 3 seasons, and he's a big name. And he's not even every episode. He's just the voice of it now.
Yeah.
Now look at him. Even though I know him as Narcos too. I go back, he was in Narcos too, and I look at Pedro, I'm like, he's not Mando to me. He's not Joel from The Last of Us. He is Narcos. And he killed that role too. He was so good in that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I like him. I think he's a cool dude from the things that I've seen. So I'm not
And
really
look,
too worried.
and so even Luke says, Blade Runner too. He was great in Blade Runner also.
Yeah, man's old.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And I think that's another example of him. People expecting him to be a certain way, and he's like, I'll show you what I got. I'll show you a different version of me. And I can't imagine the amount of imagination you need as an actor and actress to sit in a fake cockpit when you have 2 guys on your side just jiggling you around, and you have to act like something's happening. And
Yeah.
a lot of these people in Star Wars are so good at doing that. Look at oh god, I just find his name already.
Carson Teva?
No, and Andor, Cassian Andor. Oh my god, Diego Luna. When he was in that TIE fighter.
Actually Cassian.
Yeah, actually Cassian. Okay. When he was in that TIE fighter, the way he had to maneuver around and try and get these controls to work, like he played that off so well. I can't imagine having the imagination to do that.
Yeah, it's the same thing like when I watch you've seen Maverick, Top Gun?
Oh, I love that movie.
Great movie.
I think that's different. They were in the F-16 though. That's the difference.
That's true. But you think he was actually flying it?
Yeah. No. So have you seen the behind the scenes how they do it?
No.
It's insane. They have an F-16. They have the pilot in the front, and they have their chair that's right here, just like mine. But mounted to this chair is a 4K camera, and then behind them is the actors pretending to fly it.
Oh wow!
So they're sustaining all those G's the entire time.
Oh, so they feeling it.
It's insane. Could you imagine they do that in Star Wars and put like, oh my god, like there's a scene. What's his name? Miles Turner.
Tyler
Turner. I'm not gonna talk about him because I had experience. I had an experience with him at work.
No.
Yep, not gonna say it. But there is a scene where he's in the F-18. Thank you, Lewis. Where he hits his head on top of the glass.
Yeah.
Of the F-18. That's real because there's a spot where he pulled down, he went up, and he hit it. That's a real thing that happened on the plane. Yeah, insane.
And they kept it.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's the most wild thing about Maverick. Sam, I didn't realize Sam was in the chat.
Oh,
howdy,
snap.
boys!
What's up, brother?
To this movie. Oh, I really hope it's good.
Let's see here. Let's check out the chat.
So when I see Gosling, I can't help but see Ken. Mace when it to me was Shaft. Just saying, that's hilarious. The reference is that when you see an actor and you refer them back to an old part.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's why I'm saying.
So Luke has
good with that.
Luke has a great point. He says when actors are fans too, it elevates their acting even more, which I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Like give these actors, just like go back to what I said about Tamora Morrison. Like he wants to play his version of Boba. Let's not give him the Boba Fett. Yeah, let's not give him the Boba that realized that he can go to church and he went to church and all of a sudden he doesn't want to hurt nobody. Like give these actors who like what they want. They want to play this part a certain way. You don't have to give them exactly what they want. Just hear a little bit of what they want to do.
Yeah.
Like
Hayden. Hayden's a big fan.
So look at Hayden when he does the Obi-Wan, when he did that move. No one told him to do that. That was his move that he made up.
Yep.
And now everybody does it. I can't do it for crap. I'll probably whack myself in the head doing it. Luke, I know Luke can do it. I can't do the Obi-Wan. You know what, Luke, next time I see you, let's give me a tutorial so we can do this. But he did it. He did it in episode 3. He continued to do it in the Ahsoka. He did the Obi-Wan.
Yep.
And that's because someone who's as skilled as him can do that. He made the move, and now look at it. That's a move in Star Wars.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So let's give these actors what they want. Let's let them throw Ryan Gosling in a simulator to where it simulates him doing all those G's. Put him upside down so you can see his vest and everything kind of go upside down. Give him that.
Yeah.
Whatever they want to make it look good because they want to play this character.
Agreed.
You know, that's what I want. But
Well,
also, like he said, they're
even
fans.
Rosario Dawson loves playing Ahsoka.
Yep. Give it
Yep.
to her. Give them what they want in that style. Like these
So,
actors put so much work into using their imagination on these ships. Amount of time for them to go and work out to do these moves. Like, look at the stunt performer for Vader. He had to learn all those moves in the suit. Well, not in the suit. He had to learn how to do it, then do it in the suit.
right.
Hayden, when he was in the bacta tank, he had to learn how to hold his breath.
Yep.
You know, they're putting dedication in this. Let's make these characters badass and give them exactly what they want as that character. They put so much time into it, dude. It's insane. When I feel bad when shows flop or shows don't do well because they put so much work into it.
Oh yeah, a lot of the
You know what I mean?
creatives and all that, and then they probably almost feel like they get shitted on. Unfortunately,
Yeah. I mean, look at Acolyte.
yeah.
You know, I mean, Manny obviously was a badass in the show.
Mhm.
Everyone put so much time into that gym to learn how to do these moves, and then the show, you know, underperforms.
Well,
It sucks for them. I feel bad.
the battle scenes of the Acolyte were probably some of the best I've seen in a very, very long time.
Listen,
And
Luke knows how to spin a saber, and I think I could honestly admit to you, this is the best Disney lightsaber duels that we've gotten.
correct.
Because some of those, I remember like watching the show, I was like, oh, it's not as great as I thought it was going to be. And then the duels happened. I was like, damn.
What was it?
They are
Episode
swinging.
5? Was it episode 5?
Or 6?
5
I
or
think it might be
6?
5, something like that.
Oh man, that's when Jackie got freaking hole punched. She was in a classroom and needed to go in a 3-ring binder.
Bro. I wanted her to live so bad too. And then when I saw it, I was like, I'll never forget seeing that. I was like, no, that did not just happen.
My eyes came out of my head. I was like, oh.
And then I found out Manny was Filipino. I was like, yes. I was like, my people got an awesome moment. Let's go.
Oh my god.
And then they canceled the show. And I was like, damn it, you took it away from us.
I know.
You give me a little bit and then you just take it away.
Jackie also killed it when she was doing the dual lightsabers.
That spin move?
Yep.
Bro.
Fire. She killed it. Daphne Keene, right? That's
That's X-22, bro.
Yep.
X-22.
The Wolverine. No.
Dude, and then she's another one who's like really talented.
Very talented.
Puts in the work at the gym to get these moves. Like, it's insane.
No, I hope she's dead, so that's not going to come back. I do hope, though, that they're able to repurpose Manny in some capacity, but something that's detached from the Acolyte entirely.
I'd be okay with that. I'd love to explore him and
really?
Plagueis.
You'd like to explore him, you said?
100%. In and out. I want to see Plagueis like that. That was another scene in the show with Plagueis, just seeing his hands slowly come out and then seeing his eyes. I was like, yo, that's you cannot mistake that for any other character. That is Plagueis.
100.
Like, oh, like I could imagine Manny's character being the person that Plagueis wanted as his apprentice, but in reality, the one he really wanted was Palpatine.
Yeah.
He does a whole 180 on him. He's like, nope, that's who I'm going with. I would love to see that explored.
Maybe one day. It ain't no time soon.
And then maybe we'll have like 3 seasons of it, season 2s, whatever. And then third season is the moment we see Palpatine kill Plagueis. Like, I don't know. It'd just be really cool to have that.
Let's just have Tony Gilroy come in and write it.
No, have him come. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Have him do all the moves. That's another thing I want to see in more Star Wars, especially if we get this actual sequel with Rey and as well as Ahsoka. I want to see some really great choreography. Some really good, and that's the other thing. So Ahsoka, remember in season 1, her smaller lightsaber is broken. It got cut in half.
Right.
So even though there was a mistake in the show, because at the end of the season, she had the other one hanging from her belt. I was like, oh, what up, Nick?
Nick.
At the end of the season, both sabers were there. I was like, oh, that's a mistake. It's supposed to be broken. But now, with season 2, is she gonna make a new one, or is she gonna be rocking just the one? And so that's gonna change Ahsoka's fight style.
Nah, she'll make another one.
Although season one she used one a lot, but she can switch from 1 to 2, but is she gonna permanently use one? We don't know. But is that gonna change her fight style to where the choreography is gonna be different?
Yeah, that's a good point. Before we switch to the next thing, while we're still on the Starfighter kind of tab here, do you think Oscar Isaac is going to show up in Starfighter?
Timeline's correct.
Timeline's correct. He'd be a little bit older. He just the sequels have already ended. So at this point, he's probably got a really high rank at this point, I would assume. And what if they were like, they need another badass pilot to come back out? Maybe he hasn't flown in a while, and he's the one who comes in and kind of freaking saves the day. Or maybe is he the mentor to Ryan or something?
So what
like
is it?
that.
So Star Wars Maverick?
Star Wars Maverick.
It's not a bad idea. Like let's say Star Wars. Let's Maverick. Let's just say Star Wars Starfighter is essentially Top Gun Maverick, but for Star Wars. What if this is crazy mission that has to go down, and the only way to do it is under 1 minute and 45 seconds, and you have to be below the before what's it called, the hard line? Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the only person that can do it is going to be Poe Dameron. And he tries to teach them. Dude, let's just make.
I mean, didn't they do that already? And Luke did this already.
He did it in the trench run. He did it the trench run. Let's do it again, but this time we're gonna do it with Poe Dameron teaching a whole class how to do it.
Hell yeah!
And to be honest, thinking of Top Gun, I'm not against it at all to have a Top Gun version of Star Wars.
No,
I'm not against it at all.
I'm hoping that this is kind of reminiscent of that. That'd be dope.
I'm okay with having the F-18, the front of the cockpit is clear glass, but in the back of it, like above the character, is green, so they can use a green screen to get their real emotions. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. The real reaction can pull up and hitting all those G's. I couldn't imagine. I'd knock out. There's an experience here in Vegas that you can take they'll put you in a jet and somebody flies it for you to experience it. Pass. I'm gonna need 3 barf bags. I'm gonna need everything possible because it's gonna knock me out. At takeoff, I'm already sleeping.
What kind of storyline do you want to see in this movie?
Something that makes sense. I don't want something just thrown in there like, oh, Starfighter. Sorry, we canceled Rogue Squadron, but here's what we got. Like, no, let's make it make sense. It is taking place after the sequels. So it has to make sense with the possible. I mean, if the Rey movie really happens, it needs to come together, right? It needs to be that spinoff, or just like a Star Wars Rogue One story was.
Yeah,
it led into the OT. I don't want to say well or extremely well. It was perfect. The way it went into New Hope was perfectly done.
Oh, you can put them side by side and you wouldn't even know.
Oh, I've done it. I've finished Rogue One and then immediately started watching A New Hope right after, because I'm like, I'm not going to end it there.
No,
it's perfect.
Let's keep the party rolling.
It'd be very cool to have the movie. Let's just say it's a one-off thing. Have the movie, and then when we get this Rey movie, it picks up right after.
That'd be cool.
I'd be cool with that.
I mean, I'm also cool with if it does really well and it's just kind of like its own subset of Star Wars, kind of like how Skeleton Crew is kind of like its own thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not tied into anything. I mean, it'll probably have some sort of tie. Like, I hope Poe Dameron's in it. That'd be dope. But it's its own story, standalone kind of thing. And if it does well, then they can do, a continuation of that story. The last thing I want to see, though, is some sort of like, I don't know, he's got to protect some like younger family member because they're force sensitive or something like that. I don't want to see that. I feel like it's been done.
I'd imagine, because it's right after, there's going to be leftover First Order that you have to deal with. Just like with Mando, there was leftover Empire bases that they went through in season 1. There was obviously Moff Gideon was still around, so there were some leftovers. I'd imagine in this one there's gonna be some leftover First Order bases or something like that to pretty much get rid of.
Yeah.
That's what I'd imagine, because in order for I'd imagine in order for the Rey movie to happen, there's going to be a new villain or a new something coming up to where it's potential danger to the galaxy. That's how I see it.
I'd be okay with that.
Now, I was going to wait for this later,
Okay.
but it actually kind of goes together since we're talking about movies, and it's
Makes
also going
sense.
to go with all future Star Wars projects. How do you feel about this? I'm okay with it. Also in the chat, I want to know if you're okay with the fact that Mark Hamill's done. Like, how do you
Yes.
feel about him being done?
I'm good.
I'm good. Next.
I'm good. Next. All right. No, I'm good with it. He's done his time. I mean, my God, it's not his fault that Disney squandered his character with the sequels. I mean, and then there was such a large gap, and he's older now, and even like also too, even if he did like voice acting, I feel like because he's older, his voice has changed, so he doesn't sound the same anymore as well. So I think it's just time, he did his thing, and I will forever be grateful. But at the same time, like, there's so much to explore with Luke Skywalker. There's so much we haven't seen. Um, there's just so much we've read, like in the books and in the comics and stuff like that, but we haven't seen it live action. Even we haven't even seen it animated.
Well, so
And
the sad part is exactly what you said. He's getting old, so there's not much we can explore anymore.
yeah,
And Andrew says it's time to cast Sebastian Stan if we really want to see Luke. Sebastian's getting there in age too, to where it's not matching up to Mando, whether it's going to be the heir to the Empire. It's not matching up to that. We also need I would love to see the reason why everything really got bad between him and Kylo or Ben. See the real fall of Ben instead of just like flashbacks. But it's also like, I think I'm good too, because it's like, how much more? Okay, Mark coming back for Luke in Mando season 2 was amazing. I teared up seeing it, right? To
yeah,
have him come back. And did he save Mando season 2? I don't think so, because I think Mando season 2 alone was great.
awesome. Yeah,
I thought it was an amazing. I think just throwing him in there was even better.
yep.
But then now you throw him in, then you throw him in Book of Boba Fett, then you throw him in, you know what I mean? You're kind of throwing him in and out of character into all these random stories. So now if they do decide, let's continue a little bit more with Luke, show him here and there, whatever, are you going to be okay with them using AI? Let's say he gives the okay. Just like James Earl Jones said, if you want to use my voice in the future, go right on ahead. I'll sign whatever. Are you okay with AI at this point?
No, just recast him. There's got to be somebody out there that's a great actor that kind of has a similar likeness to him, like a Sebastian Stan, although
But would
he's
that take it
too
away
old
though?
now.
Because remember, we got him in Mando season 2. We got him in Book of Boba Fett. They used someone who looked like him, but then they used deep fake to change the features to make him look like Mark Hamill.
I know,
So
but it was
would that take?
trash.
I don't know. Boba Fett's was really good.
It was
Mando's
better.
too. Mando
Manders
2 was
was
but Book of Boba Fett was really, really good. So
no.
would that take it away?
I mean, they did that with Bail Organa in Andor. They changed it to a complete different actor, and then it goes right into what's his name?
I know what you're talking about.
Jimmy or
Yeah.
oh god,
I forgot.
what's his name in the chat, guys?
He was amazing too. Playing Bail Organa, he was great as him. That's the other thing. I'm like, I can't even argue it, because I'm like, damn, he was really good.
That's my point. So just get a great actor that has a similar likeness.
Benjamin Bratt.
Keep pushing.
Benjamin Bratt was his name.
Of the new actor, yeah, but I'm talking about
the original,
original Bill. Isn't it Jimmy Smith or something like that?
Something like that. Oh, we got the general in the chat too. Holy crap!
Hey,
cannot wait to see him in
Hello there.
August. Elvis said, "See Mark's autograph prices, insane. Those autograph prices are insane. See, and I'd be tore up for that because I'd want the signature and I'd want that photo up.
Yeah, Jimmy
Every
Smith.
Jimmy Smith's. Everyone who got that photo up with Mark Hamill, I am so jealous. So jealous.
Yeah, but I'm good with it. I think we need to recast them, move on. I mean, we did it already with Han Solo.
Yeah, but that was a prequel. But some
So,
of those I saw deep fakes that were really good too.
yeah.
They were really, really good. I don't know. I think I've gotten to the point now. I think I've talked about this on like past episodes. I'm kind of sick of constantly bringing up Skywalker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though that's also not true because I want to see some more Anakin.
So, okay, here's a question for you. Are you sick of hearing about the Skywalkers solely on the fact of because it's been on this same storyline since 77 and not because of the amount of content we have? Because if you really think about it, we don't have like a crazy amount of Skywalker like content, specifically, let's say Luke. Obviously, we have Anakin, and all that, but there's not a lot of Luke stuff, but it seems like a lot just because of how many years this has, been going on. But like, we don't have any peak Luke content. None. We have
I
one
think
episode.
this is me personally because I didn't enjoy the sequels. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The first one I enjoyed, A Force Awakens.
Yeah, it was good.
I enjoyed that, and then as progressively move on to the next two movies, I was like, really, that's the route we're going. Got it.
I don't
Okay.
mind the third one.
It was okay. It was cool. I mean, there were
Yeah.
moments in there. There's moments in there. I was like, oh, that was awesome. And then you realize the big picture. Like, oh, really? That's okay. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's the middle one
Awesome.
for me. I'm like,
Yeah, it's the middle one, right?
wow.
So I think the damage to Luke Skywalker's already been done.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that they keep going back to Anakin was the only damage that was really done was the verbiage of the movie. Of his lines. I think that was the only thing. But when it comes to him playing Anakin, doing what he did as Anakin, the amount of time he did in the gym to work to get those moves on point, for you know what I mean, and then hear him say snips in Ahsoka, like, oh, it's Anakin. And then seeing him pull out those moves again, and seeing him channel Anakin again, it was so good, right?
Yeah.
So I think the only damage that was done in the prequels was just his lines.
Yeah.
Right. But then when you think of the sequels, the damage was done to Mark Hamill. Everything was damaged. And so I'm just kind of like, when people say that's not my Luke, I don't disagree with you because that's not who he was at the end of Return of the Jedi. That's not who he was even during Mando season 2 at the very end, how he's trying to bring in Grogu, starting the school up again in Book of Boba. And then all of a sudden he's just like, I give up. I'm done. I'm like, oh. So I think the damage was done to the point where me personally, I'm like, I don't want to see Mark Hamill anymore because the damage is already done. And he even admitted too, he didn't like what they did to Luke either.
Nope.
And so and here's the thing, we talked about characters or actors who love their characters in Star Wars or their projects. He loves Luke Skywalker. He loves the Joker, which is why he continued to go back and to those characters in the past. And so for someone who loves the character and loves being the character to tell you, I don't like the route they went with it, I disagree with it, that's kind of an eye opener. It's an eye opener.
Yeah.
And so it sucks. I think if they didn't go the route they did, he would be a little bit more inclined to come back as Luke, whether it's Force Ghosts, flashbacks, or using AI, using his voice for Luke Skywalker. Because that's what they did for Boba. They use his voice, they just changed the pitch of it to make him sound younger.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, here's an idea. Kind of on topic, off topic. What if Disney did a complete 180 and somehow Dave Filoni creates somewhere in, let's say, maybe with the Heir of the Empire, and they use like the World Between Worlds, and they do like a separate timeline, and then it continues where it's almost like the sequels that we got are an alternate universe, but it's not the real Luke Skywalker because the real Luke Skywalker is going to be in the Heir to the Empire timeline. Some kind of crazy Marvel twist up, and then they fix it.
That's the wish. That's what I wish happened.
Kevin Feige, baby, come on.
And I mean, it's like it would fix it, but then at the end of the day, Disney invested so much money into Star Wars and into even Galaxy's Edge that erasing it would probably cost them even more money.
They're
like,
already,
oh, great! Now we got to redo the rides, type thing.
They're already redoing the rides right now.
For Smuggler's Run, they're using
Smuggler's Run, and they already added a bunch to like Star Tours. I know that's outside of Galaxy's Edge, but still, they're doing it. Luke Skywalker's walking around Galaxy's Edge, like they're already slowly turning, the thing. And it's not to say to get rid of the sequels, like you said, they've already spent so much money, but it's not like those movies are going to be like deleted. They're still Star Wars, but it's an alternate like timeline. That'd be dope.
I keep talking about this like over the course of since Galaxy's Edge has been open. I would love for them to retheme Rise of Resistance once a year.
What do you mean?
Dude, switch out that Kylo for Vader during the month of like
October,
because like for us, Haunted Mansion is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, you got Jack Skeleton.
Can we do that like 1 month out of a year? Switch it up, and now it's Vader, and then instead of having Poe over there shooting, it's Luke, and we're going back to like A New Hope. So Luke's over there shooting as they're trying to get into the Millennium Falcon or something. I'm just saying, how sick would it be to retheme Rise of Resistance one time a year for a whole month?
I'm down with it.
I'd be down for it. And then you could have like an AI Luke in the very beginning, and there's an R2D2 there instead of BB-8. Like, that'd be so cool. That's hilarious. I would love that too. But you know what? Like, as much as I'll say this is I did not like Star Wars, the sequels. I did enjoy Force Awakens. At the end of the day, the only positive I can really see out of the sequels is kids and teenagers now is who we were during the prequels. Right?
100%.
You have 10, 12, 13, 5, 6, 7, 8 who love the sequels, and the way they love them and the way they see it is exactly how we saw the prequels. That has to be the only big benefit that I see from the sequels. And also, we are getting more Star Wars content. I think the sequels elevated the chance of us getting more Star Wars content.
Yeah, I mean, I'd look at it like this: like it's still Star Wars, and sure, I might not be fully in love with the story line. I still put it on because I just love Star Wars, right? So I'll still watch it. Now, do I watch it as much as the other movies? No, but I'll still put it on. Like I don't boycott the sequels. I'll still put it on because they're beautiful visually, and I love to see just like beautiful Star Wars. And so, yeah, I still watch it.
I mean, I've thrown on the sequels a couple times. It's really more to try and get my daughter to like it. It's not working. It's not. I'm trying. It's not working. I've thrown on Clone Wars. It's not working. I tried all of it. It's not working. The only thing that works is when we go to Disneyland. She goes, I want to go on Star Wars. I'm like, do you want to go on it or just because I like it? She goes, it's because you like it. I'm like, damn it. Don't care about me right now. Care about yourself. If you like it, we'll go on it. But it's not working. It's not working.
Do we have what's next on the list?
There was one big thing, but it turned out to be false.
Oh, really?
Kevin Feige is not leaving Marvel. To go to Lucasfilm.
Damn.
I know. Yeah, this was posted 3 days ago that it wasn't true. Apparently, he was supposed to leave after Secret Wars, and it's not true. 4 days ago, it was put out.
Well, I'm gonna go
you
cry.
Seemed very bummed about that.
Yeah.
Why is that? What was something you feel like Kevin Feige could have brought to Star Wars that he would have taken from Marvel?
I just feel like he's got a proven track record. Sure, the stuff lately hasn't been the best, but I don't think that's his fault. I think that's Disney's fault in their push to flood Disney Plus.
Oh, 100%.
And so he didn't have any time to really like focus on everything that was coming out because it was more quantity over quality. Where now Disney has kind of restructured and they're slowing down. They're going to be focusing more on films more than they are on Disney Plus. So I think proven track record. So I don't know, that kind of sucks. I've got some ideas on who I'd like to take over Lucasfilm.
Oh, I think we all do.
Who you got?
Oh, come on, you already know.
Hmm.
I'd be okay with Jon Favreau doing it.
Oh yeah, they said that. I'm cheering.
Yeah. I'd be okay. I'd be okay with him doing it.
I would like, if not Jon Favreau,
Yeah.
because he would be awesome. I think he's just like a big kid who loves Star Wars and is just like, let's ride. And so like, and he really loves like the original trilogy. So I think that's perfect. But it'd be really dope to have Tony Gilroy and Dave Filoni partner. You could have Tony Gilroy's like cinematic movie kind of quality of writing and producing, but then you'd have Dave Filoni to keep the lore and everything intact. I think that'd be dope.
It's so funny. I'm reading Andrew's thing, and he goes, "The stories were terrible, but the prop design they kind of cooked on some of them. Plus, as much as lightsaber duels aren't as fluid or impressive, using them real blades makes the film so much better. It looked like they had a fly swatter, and they were trying to get the fly that was in the air. That's what the choreography reminded me of. Like,
Oh my god!
damn fly! Like that's, it just wasn't it for me. I totally agree with that. That's why when I like watching the Acolyte to see how they were fighting, I was like, dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I wish the sequels were like that. Even you know what's funny? As I actually just rewatched Rise of Skywalker, and there's that scene where Ben was like swinging, and then he like put the saber behind his back, and then they hit it, and he did that. Like, really? He took that deep breath. I was like, oh, this wasn't good. I was like, damn, that's just not great. And I think if Kevin Feige were to leave Marvel, would that cause Marvel to go even deeper funk? Because after Endgame, I think the only things I really enjoyed was Spider-Man No Way Home. I scratched that. I freaking loved that one. Bringing in all those 3 Spider-Man. Oh, I felt like a little kid. I felt like I was back watching the other 2 Spider-Man movie and this one at the same time.
Oh yeah, great movie.
It wasn't even fan service. It was perfectly done. There were issues already with the whole multiverse, the time travel. So that the fact that he did that and Strange caused that issue, I thought that was perfect. It went with the story so well. Did it kind of cause other people to, oh, let's start doing multiverse stuff? Yeah, it did. It did. Like all these other movies started doing it too. I'm like, you can't be Marvel. Marvel did it better. Simpsons did it. Sorry, that was at South Park.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it. So now anyone does like a multiverse thing, I'm like, Simpsons did it. I just want someone to be in charge of Lucasfilm who understands this, not just the story, but understands the love that a lot of these fans have. Why are we seeing AI better than what they're putting out? Right. And if that's the case, if AI is putting a better story, how about we use AI to an extent to be like, hey, that's a good idea. We should try something like that. But I think if it's going to be anyone, I think it should be Jon Favreau or anyone of that category.
I agree. One of the biggest issues too is that I found out is that Kathleen Kennedy is not only like the head of Lucasfilm, she's got influence over all Disney brands. I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah. And that's a problem too. Like anybody can have an amazing idea for Star Wars. And at the end of the day, I don't even want to say Kathleen Kennedy. It's Disney who makes the final decision on how the movie, what the story is, who's going to play a certain character, marketing, all this stuff. And a great example of that when it comes to making final decisions. I just watched Snow White the other day.
Trash.
That had to be probably one of the best naps I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like I, I was watching the first like 20, 30 minutes of it. I was like, wow, visually this looks great. The dwarves, oh, they're singing the song.
Doors were great. That was
And
it.
then I was like, what just happened?
Yep.
Good night.
Yep. Yeah, I love
And
the dwarves. That was it.
Dopey was hilarious. Didn't say a word, but that was Dopey.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it all comes down to whatever the higher ups say. And it's going to be the same thing with Star Wars. And that's the scary part is no matter how much we want something or how capable a certain movie was, or the story could have been this, or the story's going to lead to this, watch. And then they do the whole 180 to something else. It's like, who made that decision? Because it's not working.
Yeah, from a source that I can't mention that I know who's in the company says that Kathleen Kennedy has he's the one who told me that she's got influence over all brands and she is the main problem because
Wow.
she
I didn't
is
read that. I know that.
I didn't know that either. And this source is a very strong source. So I found out, yeah, over dinner.
I'm a little upset now.
Why?
You're going to hate me for this one. No Way Home was not a good movie. It was an incredible theater event, but it really doesn't hold up. Bye.
Well, you're blocked. I'm just kidding.
I'm so sad. I love that movie so much. It was so good. It was great.
Oh my.
Damn you, Andrew.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Damn you. We do have one other thing before we end the night. Nothing crazy. But to me, I think it's validation when it comes to gamers, to fans. But the fact that Battlefront 2 is still setting records every day should tell EA, anyone who's thinking about making this game, the game is still doing very well for it being like 9 years old.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2 has broken its player count record on Steam for the second time in a month after peaking at 10,489 concurrent players back in 2021. Battlefront 2 reached a new all-time peak on the platform last month, reaching 18,634 simultaneous players. That includes myself. That includes Frankie. Dude, George, like we're on there for a couple hours just annihilating people. Did you see my story of when I played Battlefront the other night with them?
No.
That probably had to be my best game I've had in a long time. If it wants to load. I don't know if I can get it on here. Yeah.
Yeah. Gianni for President 2028.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it. You won't even be able to see it. But I got a score of 53,670 with Anakin first place. I had like 61 simultaneous kills without dying with Anakin. And it was amazing. I sat there, I was like, oh, that was awesome. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back for that one, because if it wasn't for George, if it wasn't for Frankie, and who was it? Jeff playing with us? Yeah, he was. I would not have gotten that record for myself. And the fact there's 18,634 people still playing this game. It's a 9-year-old game. They haven't updated the game at all. And we're still playing it. We need that. We need a Battlefront 3. Pat's fan, sorry, Chris, not a gamer. Let's change that.
Speaking of games, Nintendo Switch is the fastest selling console.
Am I the only one who's not a Nintendo fan?
Yeah, probably.
Listen, the only way I will buy a Switch 2 is if they remake Pokemon Gold and Silver. That was my favorite Pokemon game.
It's basically
I would play the crap out of it.
Hey You Pikachu. Or Hey Pikachu, whatever it is.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was pretty much Hey You Pikachu was essentially a newer version of
Yellow.
Red and blue. Oh, yellow. Yeah, it's a good way of saying it. Of yellow. And then, or can we get a remake of Zelda Ocarina of Time? Can we get a remake of Zelda Majora's Mask? because those were peak Zelda games. I love those games. If we can get a full-on remake with what the Switch 2 can do, I will buy a Switch 2.
I have 2 Switch 2s.
Let me have one. I'm kidding. Like, let's say they said, oh, okay, we're going to come out with Star Wars Battlefront 2, but we're only doing it on the Switch 2. Nope, I guess I'm buying a Switch 2.
Yeah. I
You know
got
what I
one
mean?
for me. I got one for the wife.
I think the only games I played on my Switch is Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, that's all I've been playing. Mario
Yeah.
Kart. I've been playing, which is not a Switch 2 game, but Mario's like Battle Striker. It's the soccer game that goes hard in the paint.
Oh, so you go back a generation. See, that's why it's not worth buying right now. You have to go back a generation to enjoy some games.
Yeah. There's not a lot out yet. I mean, you have like Cyberpunk or something like that. I don't play that. But you got Mario Kart, and then you've got there's a few other titles that I'm like, all right, but I'm not like super excited for. But Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remastered is dropping in like a week or so.
I don't want it.
Why?
I want a Tony Hawk Underground 1 and 2 remake. If that's the route we're going,
It's
give
coming.
me an Underground 1 and 2. That's what I want. Tony Hawk 1 and 2 were great. Give me an Underground, because Underground was awesome, especially when they
I don't
added the
agree.
Jackass characters.
I don't disagree, but I think they got to do 3 and 4. They're going to do 3 and 4 first, and then they'll give us the Undergrounds.
And then I'll buy the Switch. But then if they put it out on PlayStation 5, I'm gonna buy the PlayStation 5.
Oh, they're definitely going to put it on PlayStation 5. I also have a PlayStation 5, and it's like a dust collector.
Mine is currently a dust collector right now because of Battlefront 2. I'm playing that on PC. Yeah. I have it on PlayStation, but then when I started playing with Frankie and George, they're like, oh, we want to play on PC. I was like, damn. Yeah. Looks like I'm starting over. So I started over all over again, and I have almost everything maxed out from where I had on PlayStation.
Yeah, here's my gripe with console games. Like, not console as in like the Switch, but like where you have to plug it into the TV to play it. PlayStation, Xbox is I was heavy. I played that for years. But the issue is not the games, but it's me. I don't have the time anymore to sit and like invest and like sit there for an hour playing a game. I don't have that kind of time. What are you doing? He's doing something in there.
This is going to be your solution.
Oh.
I play this in bed.
Really?
Yes. You can stream the games that you're playing, or they have a library of PlayStation 5 games that you can play on this. Even Jedi Fallen Order is on this that you can do, and it streams straight. And I'm sitting in bed just.
But is it good stream?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
As long as you have good internet, you're good to go.
But let's say if you're on the go, though.
Oh, that's different. Then you can do it.
See, that's what I'm saying. So then.
Yeah, but whenever you're in the bathroom for 45 minutes because you only used it for 10, but you're there for an additional 35, you could be playing PlayStation games while you're there.
I know, but I feel like the games for PlayStation, Xbox are more involved, where I can just go do a 5-minute Mario Kart race and I'm out.
You ever play Mario to determine who's going to do the dishes?
Never.
Oh, you should totally do that. All right. Hey, what's for dinner? I don't know. All right, I'll race you for it. Tell the wife, dude. It worked. She kind of got nervous. He was whipping it all this steam. Because you said that. No, okay. But we've done that. Like, what's for dinner? Or who's paying for dinner? All right. Quick game of that. Or if you want to be a real asshole, on that, you can do the Star Wars pod racing game. Take it back to the early 2000s. I have it on the Switch.
8-bit.
No. Okay. Oh, I love that game. You ever play it? It was originated for N64.
I've seen it. I've never played it.
So I love that guy. I'm gonna play that shit tonight.
You have the N64?
I have up. No, I have it on the Switch.
Oh, really?
I haven't fired up my Switch in probably over a year. My daughter plays it. I don't play it. I'm gonna play that just for fun tonight because it's a fun game. I haven't unlocked Sebulba yet. That's a hard one. But I mean, Pat, what is that? That is a PlayStation Portal. So essentially, it's a handheld PlayStation that when it first came out, you can only use Wi-Fi. So your PlayStation had to be on, and then you can stream it from around your house and just play. Now they have a library of maybe 100 or 200 games that was out for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 that you can play around your house, and then your PlayStation doesn't have to be on. And you don't even need to have a PlayStation to own to do that. So if you have the PlayStation Portal, all you have to do is create a username, and you can stream straight to it with those games they already have available. That's a bet. Originally, that was like the doubt that thing people were like, oh, my PlayStation has to be on. That sucks. Now you don't even need the PlayStation to play it. Comes in 2 colors, black and white. So, damn, I feel like I just did a whole infomercial for it.
Yeah, I just like it's like a streaming, like I don't know.
If you can play your Switch in bed, you can play that in bed.
Oh, for sure,
it's great. And then, but I'm that type of person that when I play certain video games, like even if it's like Star Wars, Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. Oh, I have headphones on. I want to have the whole surround. I want to hear blasters coming from over here. If I'm playing The Last of Us, I want to hear a clicker over here where I'm like, I'm scared. Sometimes in bed, you don't get that same effect. Like I'm sitting here in front of my monitors playing like this. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But if you're in bed, it's just a little screen. But I mean, it helps for certain situations.
Yeah, I don't know. I just something about the Nintendo like style of games, quick in and out, kind of
quick in and out. Exactly
the way I like it.
That's exactly.
I don't have time. I don't have time.
All right, we are an hour and 16 minutes into the show. Sorry that we took so long to do another episode. Life happens, things get in the way. Sometimes we have other priorities, but sometimes we try to make the time to make sure we're here. But
yeah,
Gianni,
you got a game?
I do.
Let's go, baby.
All right. I want you to rank these Siths without knowing who comes next.
Okay, go ahead.
Remember, 1 being the best, 5 being the least. Your least favorite. Okay. So number 1, we're starting with Asajj Ventress.
Ooh. Are these the only question I'm gonna have is, are they all ladies? Are they all men? Is it mixed?
You like them both, huh? I know it. So happy for you. No, it's not really a mix because I guess Asajj is the only female.
Okay. All right, so that's good to know. I'm going to go.
Pat Fan says 4.
I'm gonna say, is it 1 to 4?
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 3.
That's pretty good. She is a badass, though. I'll take that. All right. We're gonna go with her master, Count Dooku.
2.
I like that.
We both just did his lightsaber.
Oh, you're right.
Reviews.
We sure did. Okay. Kylo Ren.
Is he a Sith though?
We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
He's kind of a cryberry, but I'll take that.
So far I've got Asajj as 3.
Dooku
as 2.
Pat Fan said 5.
So I'm gonna say 4.
4.
Okay. Yeah. I don't mind his character too much. I think he's good.
Sidious.
Oh, 1.
All right. I guess that kind of kills the last one. Last one is Maul.
Damn.
You put him at 5.
Yeah, I would have definitely put him higher if I would have known.
So the finish here is going to be Sidious at 1, Dooku at 2, Asajj at 3, Kylo at 4, Maul at 5.
Yeah.
I would have put Kylo at 5.
If I could redo it, I would probably put Sidious 1, Maul 2, Asajj 3. No, I mean Dooku 3, Asajj 4, Kylo 5.
That's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You suck. I'm just kidding. Because I would have done the same thing. I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much what I have. I can't wait for the next one because the next game is gonna be a little harder. Actually, a lot harder.
Oh
I was
man.
going to do that tonight, but I was like, you know what? We'll save it. We'll save it.
Let's save it. Which is a warm up. This is the warm up. But all right, guys. Last words for me. Just thank you. Thank you for being here. We had a quite full chat room here. I think we got up to like 10 people. That was incredible. So thank you for everybody that was here, is still here. It means the world to us, and we'll promise to try not to let these streams go too far in between, like, not go multiple weeks without doing a stream. So but yeah, make sure you subscribe to both of our channels. Chris, did you hit 2,000 yet?
No, we are 6 subscribers away from 2,000, and we are just about 300 hours away from hitting that 3,000.
Partner?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
make
we're
sure
getting there.
you
We're getting there.
get there. Yep. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel, subscribe to mine if you haven't already. Let's get him to 2,000. And just go and play his videos and just let him run in the background. Let's get those
That's what I do.
hours
I'm
up.
just kidding.
Get those
Listen,
hours
I
up.
can't. I know it's going to be a long shot, but once the channel hits 3,000, we're doing 3 lightsaber giveaways all at the same time. Yeah. So I mean,
Big money balling.
that's not really. I'm the one installing them. Okay, I'm the one doing them, and they're all coming profy. They're all going to be good ones. So, really excited, and I'm really excited to keep on. I know a lot of people have been liking, my personal collection thing. I think it's one thing that we all forget about is we are reviewing things, whether it's from companies sitting into stuff, which I obviously appreciate and love, and I've added that to my personal collection. But when it comes down to things that we've chosen to buy because we love it and we want to add it to our own collection, that makes me appreciate it a little bit more, and especially people reaching out about it who enjoy it, because it's a little insight of what we personally like,
Yep.
So I it's a real, like, for instance, like all your stuff in the back, you took time into that. You took time into buying the furniture and placing things a certain way.
Yeah.
That takes time. And also same thing here. The amount of time to put this together, how I wanted it. We could have gone with so many other cases, displays, helmet stands. And so I think a lot of people appreciate the fact that I'm showing a little bit more of my personal stuff that I've had. That's mine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can see, but those are all lightsabers, and they go all the way across that way too, where you can't even see on the screen. And it's just like those
you
are my
didn't do
babies.
it. You do it like perfectly straight this way or forward. You angled it. See that decision?
You see that decision?
It's just like, oh man, should I angle it? Should I do a stand? No, stand vertically. No, how should I do it? That takes time to really think about how you want to do it. And so I appreciate all my friends who put up their stuff and display it, because it takes time to really sit there. Sometimes you put it one way and then like 3 days later, like, damn it, I don't like it that way. I'm switching it. So it happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably do some floating shelves or something like that eventually for the hot toys, because I don't have like a spot right now. So I'm gonna have to create a spot and have like a hot toy section. Yeah.
I think this case right here was like $100.
That's not bad.
Oh, Frankie, I was talking about you earlier. Dude, this guy got 100 and something eliminations on Battlefront.
No.
I was a little upset. So that's when I had to use Anakin and just change the game. Bro, he gets down in that game. I'm telling you. Anyone got PC, let us know. You can play, because it was a great time. We had a nice little 4-stack going on.
Ooh.
But anywho, but yeah. What do you have coming out next, dude?
I'm debating on doing another lightsaber, or if I should do one of the hot toys. Hot toys. What do you guys think in the chat, guys?
Wait. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, which hot toys do you have available right now?
I've got the dueling effect Vader.
Okay.
I've got the concept art Darth Maul. Yep. And then I've got the cherry blossom Stormtrooper.
I'm saying cherry blossom, because I think it deserves to be opened after celebration. What do you guys think in the chat? And I think you should also do a poll on Instagram.
Ooh.
Do the poll on Instagram. Put those 3 together and determine what everyone wants. do it on Instagram, do it on just do it
Let's
Instagram.
do it.
Take that percentage to determine what everybody wants.
I'll probably, guys, if you guys, those of you who are not following me on Instagram, go follow me. Same thing at I am Gianni V. I will probably put that poll up tomorrow, and you guys get to chime in and go from there. And I'll also, so you guys don't miss it, I'll also put it in my Force family like group chat. So make sure you guys add that you won't miss it. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, we have, I don't know, I have a couple more lightsabers, and I think I might just have to do another Micro Galaxy Squadron because I got 2 of them sitting in a box I haven't opened yet.
Nice.
And I feel bad because I've had one since like before I left to Japan.
Oh yeah.
Since sitting in the box. So I got to open that thing up. So
Bro, I got a Darth Revan like statue thing from I think it's like Diamond Select Toys. It's fire. Haven't even opened it. I've had it for like a year.
It's funny you say that. I think one of them over here I haven't even installed yet. It's been like 2 years I haven't done it.
Yeah.
So trust me, I know how you feel. These are brand new. These 2 malls, those are brand new. Actually, I sold my other one for these.
Okay.
So, because the installs can take a little while, and sometimes I just do half of it. I'm like, I'll just finish the rest tomorrow. It takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But
all right.
Any parting words for everybody, dude?
No, I already said it earlier, but yeah, just we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. I know it's late, and you guys could be doing anything in the world, but you chose to be here with us, hanging out. So that means everything.
Agreed.
That's it, guys. We love you. We thank you, and we will see you on the next stream. As always, may the Force be with you always.
Later.
Peace.